Yeah, love how you move.
All around the world.
I wanna take you to Art Basel, some shit like that.
All around the world. Boys stare, girls swirl.
Huh.
Damn, you trigger happy.
Bang, bang.
So happy
The
to
primary
see
purpose of the CAF podcast is to express
got your foot all
platform for
over
creatives to express
me.
their personal views or opinions
Won't you tell
without
me what you
restriction or
got,
censorship.
baby?
All views or opinions expressed during the CAF podcast are solely those of individuals expressing such views or opinions and does not reflect the views of the CAF podcast.
What I've been using. Tickle their
Why'd you
brain.
emphasize the 40 when you looked at me?
Oh, I was doing it for me because they only gonna see me, not you. Now you interrupted. Now they gonna know it's you. So
Oh, okay.
so this part is the introduction, but since you there now, but here we go.
So I have mine, but I don't smoke in my house, so I'm just gonna hold it. Is that okay?
Ladies and gentlemen, here we are. The 40/40 series. We starting here in the CAB podcast, and we're gonna be talking to people who are 40 or near 40. And we're gonna be tickling their brain and minds to see where they at now and where they was back then. But we got our first guest in the calf now. This is not her first time. This is her second. Also, I just gonna throw this out there because I know she probably gonna say it. She is a mother and a grandmother.
See ya.
And she not sure, but she has lived and she has some experience. So we're gonna get things popping with her. So to start off the 40/40 series, we have my friend and friend of the podcast, the one and only Miss Tasha. Now, do you want to go by Dat or Tosh?
I'm Tasha Ray.
Tasha Ray. So Tasha Ray, welcome back to the cow.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
Always. You know, I say you're probably in the. If we had to start a 1% club of the cow podcast, you in there.
A 1%.
Yeah, a club
Why?
because it's the 1% is the one who support us the most.
Okay, I can be a 1%. Because I started this shit with y'all. I was trapped in a closet.
That's an inside joke that they won't get, but another person will get. But yeah, so I
I
gotta come up
hope I
with.
make Quita laugh. That's all that matters.
I wonder if we gotta come up with a fan club. I don't even know what to call it.
A fan club.
Pretty much. All right, but so all right, here we go. Ray, as I put my jury on. But the first question we always ask, no matter who we bring, how is your mental health?
Oh, shit. Right now in this season, my mental health is stressed. But outside of that, it's pretty good.
And why? Well, I should ask, what got you stressed?
My job. So I
Ah.
run a nursing home and we're doing a lot of changes. And so there's a lot going on this month and it's taken a toll on me mentally. But come mid-January, I'll be back.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, last time we talked, now I think you did, but I can't remember. I didn't go look at the video. But we are asking we're asking women, do you have something to protect yourself in case you need it?
I do not.
So we got to get that taken care of.
So here's the reason why I don't. Because I'm a hothead and I act before I think. And orange is not my new black. So I can fight though. I can definitely fight.
What about a taser?
I don't have a taser.
You should get one. They're number $40.
You should buy me one for Christmas.
I'm gonna put you on the list.
Yeah, put me on that list. I'll give you my mailing address.
I think I already got it.
I'll give you the good address. The business address.
Okay, that's good. Okay. Now, Tasha Ray,
Mm-hmm.
we're starting the 40/40 series, and let me say this too, because we have a sponsor. Only
I
thing
feel like
is
I
the
need a filter. Do I get filters on here?
You do. We do got a sponsor, but only thing is the sponsor hasn't sent the champagne in time. But the 4040 Club is sponsored by Lydia's Roost Southern Peace Champagne, made by the one and only or the one and only Anthony Cheatham. And we're gonna put his Instagram page, and we're gonna put a picture of the champagne. I don't know if you can see that, but I'll make sure you see it. But he
Okay.
makes it. He makes his own champagne, and he's sponsoring this whole situation. So, but the reason why this got started, Tosh, is because we was talking, and we was talking about how things change as you get in your 40s and your mentals and your mindset. And it's not just about relationship, it's down to the little stuff. So my first question I'm gonna ask is, right now at the age you at, did you see yourself being in the position that you're in today?
No.
And I'm gonna ask the next question is good or bad for you? Is that a good or bad?
I'm doing great. Um, I'm doing a lot better than I probably thought I would have been.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I'm trying not to jump the gun on some of your questions here, but no, I'm doing really good for where I'm at and where I thought I was gonna be.
I mean, if you jump it, I mean, look, I always come prepared, so I got a list of questions, so you ain't got to worry about it. Now, some of the questions I hope you don't ask, but I don't. Well, answer, not ask, answer. But if you do, oh well, I'm used to it by now. So,
Okay.
so you saying you're doing great, and you said you said you was shocked.
Yes.
Why?
So, little feedback. So, I was a mother at 17 and 18. That's when I had my first kids. I was 17, and then I had my second one at 18. So, I've been a mom all my life. And then I adopted my other two girls. So, by the time I was 21, I had 5 kids. So, I've never lived for myself per se. It's always been for the kids. And now the kids are grown and off to college. And so now I get to live for me. So I'm trying to figure out one, who that is and what it is that I want to do. And I'm at a place in my career that I love my job, probably way too much because it's really emotional and it's a lot of mental. So I make a lot of money, more than I've ever expected to make in my line of work.
Mm-hmm.
And recently I've realized my value in my job. And so I'm in a really good place work-wise,
Okay.
career-wise.
All right. So when because one I don't know when, I'm not gonna say your age, is up to you. But what was your mindset when you turned 40?
Um,
Was it like, oh my God, I'm 40 and I got kids and single, or I'm 40 and I thought I wouldn't be doing this, or I turned 40 and it's like just another day, another year?
no, my 40th birthday, I took a trip and I was like, I want to be out of the city. I want to be away from everybody. So I went to Broken Bow, and it's Oklahoma, and you rent these cabins, and it was about being still, solitude, and just being by myself. And so I had fun. I smoked weed for the first time. I don't know if I can say that on here, but I
Okay.
tried it and it was worthless because I went straight to sleep, wasted my time, but it was an experience. I wanted to do something different because I've been a good girl all my life.
Okay, now I'm glad you said that, because being a good girl all your life, and then and I'm gonna just take it, well, technically you haven't been a good girl.
Well, hold on, let me say that. I was going to say, I can't say I've been a good girl, but
Yeah,
drug wise, I've been a good
okay.
girl.
Oh yeah, I'm
Have
about to say, because you was a mother,
I was a mother at a young age and I was a
and
drug dealer.
I'm a skip past that part, but I'm gonna say this because usually, people who are mother at young age, they that first time getting pregnant wasn't mean it was their first time having sex.
Oh, I was promiscuous as all get out.
So yeah,
I wasn't a hoe, like I didn't sleep around, but I was dibbling and dabbling and learning.
okay. Now let's go back 20 years from your well, let's go back 20 years from the age you are now. What were you doing and what was your mindset then?
So I was a bartender. I owned a bar. I owned two, and I was working in the bars every night. And then I would get up in the morning and teach my kids school because I worked at the daycare that they went to, so I could teach them school. So my mindset was making sure they had food on the table, making sure I was making money, and that was it. Like I didn't have any goals. I didn't have any. It was a day by day living.
Hmm. So you was just thugging.
I was a whole thug out here. Yes, sir.
2 bars, work at night, kids in the morning, then put them in school. So they was what you got homeschool.
No, they weren't homeschooled. I worked for it's called a early childhood development thing that we have here in Amarillo. And I don't know, was I supposed to say that? I did. I'm sorry. You can cut it out.
I
Bleep
will
it.
this time. I will this time. Last time I
Yeah.
didn't, but go ahead.
Anyways, and so I got a job through them, and it's basically early childhood learning. So that's once they turn 6 weeks to 3 years old, they're in a small class. It's 8 kids to 2 teachers, and so they have a curriculum, and we taught them a lot of things at an early age, and so they developed a little bit faster than other kids because they did get more of that one-on-one.
Okay. So at 20, was you still discovering who you were?
I'm still discovering who I am at freaking 40.
And see, and there you go. I'm glad you said it because that was because I was gonna go to the next question. Like at 40 now, but you say you still discovering who yourself is. So, do you really even have a lockdown or even a pinch of who Tosh really is?
I do. I have a pinch of who I am, what I want, where I'm going. I do have that, but I didn't get to process all of that until just recently because my youngest finally graduated. In the meantime, it was like, okay, my life was for him, but now he's off to college and now I can live for me.
And that's one thing I don't understand. I get it. You're a mom, you're a parent, you gotta take care of your babies, but I was like at the same time, you still have a life to live. I hear mothers like you say that all the time. I focus on my baby, but when your baby go live their life, now what?
That's the hard part. That's the hard part because you're like, okay, so they're gone, they're gonna go live life, and you as a mother, you want to give them something different than what you had. And you try to avoid the same traumas that you had as a kid. And you want to give them a better life than what you had. And respectfully, like through the 5 kids that I've raised and the different stages of life that we've gone through, I will say that my childhood growing up through the traumas was a hell of a lot better than what it was for my kids because these kids nowadays been sheltered. They don't know a struggle and they don't have the value of a dollar because they've been handed life to them on a silver platter. So when they get out in the world, it's a slap in the face because they're like, oh shit, there's a struggle. Mom, can you help? And at the end of the day, you can't. I can't save you. This is part of life now. You got to figure it out. Whereas when I grew up, we had to struggle. You didn't get everything. We were broke. We were poor. Beans and tortillas were our solid meal. And my kids had filet mignons for dinner, you know? So it's like,
So did
oh
you
no.
even try to like make them like some stuff like, hey, listen, this y'all gonna have to figure it out.
Me being the parent that I am, I did not change. No, I didn't. Up until I would say, I know it was the year 2016. That's when my parenting changed. And that's when I realized that I couldn't coddle my kids the way that I had been.
Okay. So has Tosh even touched or tapped the potential that she has to be
Fuck
who
no.
she needs to be? God damn it, Tosh.
So no, I haven't. I haven't.
But you're running a nursing center.
They're now my children. So I went from having young children to older children.
But maybe
So
that's
That's where I'm supposed to be. I know this is my calling. I do know that. So I'm in my line of field of where I'm supposed to be. I do know that. But at the end of the day, it's like I watch these people get abused, neglected, mistreated, and I have to now take you into my home and I have to now love you and then I have to protect you and I have to shield you. And so in the line of work that I do now, I'm too busy trying to make sure these people aren't trying to screw you over and you get what you need. So I'm still a parent, but now I'm living for my old folks instead of for me. And I don't take vacations because it's very hard to take a vacation because if I take a day off, I have to take my computer because if something happens to one of my babies, then I gotta be there. I gotta, so it's changing because we're no longer going to have long-term people. So all of my babies, I put them somewhere else. So I feel like 2025 is going to be where my growth is going to come in because I don't get to have these bonds with these residents like I did in the beginning. If that makes any sense.
No, it makes plenty of sense because all it does is take in my mind. I don't know about you. In my mind, it just takes me back to Tosh at 17,
18.
18. I got to take care of my babies.
Exactly.
So
And that's what it
and like and hearing it, only thing I really hear as much as change is just the not Tosh, but the people she taking care of.
correct. So I'll say the last 2 months. Well, no, I'll say November 1st, we made our announcement. So from November 1st to December 1st, I had to find placement for my babies. And so that was a hard month. And then now, like, okay, they're safe, they're good. And now I don't have these bonds with these people that are coming in and out of my facility because I don't have the time to get close to them and I don't get to save them because they don't get to stay. Like you're coming in, getting your therapy and you get out. So it's going to be better for me going forward. But the problem that I have is can I maintain that? Because what I was doing was my calling and I don't get to do that per se anymore. Does that make
I'm
sense?
no, I'm Tosh, to be honest with you. Listening to you right now, we're gonna talk after this because it's starting to click to me.
I'm a caregiver.
It's starting to click to me. And when I say click, I'm talking about you and you know who.
Oh, dear God. Can we
It's
let that go?
it's starting to click now.
Can we let it go? Let
We
it
can
go.
we can let it go, but it's starting
Don't
to
let
click.
my Elsa come out,
Okay,
okay?
okay,
Don't
okay,
let
okay,
my
okay.
Elsa come out.
Now let me ask. Okay, it's starting to click now. Being at the age of like, because it's a lot of things that change when you was that age to now. Like, have you even realized what kind of style Tasha?
Style? Like, what do you mean style?
Like, let's just say clothing, hair, makeup, earrings, transportation. What does Tosh wear when she's lounging around? What does Tosh wear when she's like, you know what, I'm finna step out? What does Tosh like to do when she go on a trip? What does Tosh like to do when she just say, you know what, I just want to go get a nice meal? Things like I can tell you this. I'm only 30, I'll be 38 on the 14th day of the new year. I know for a fact back in the day, for a piece, I would go to the movies. Now, peace, I'll go out of town by myself. That has changed. So what has changed for you?
So for me, for peace, I'm gonna sit in this house
Not
and have
I'm not even talking about peace. I'm talking about style.
well, so okay, if you want to know about my clothing style, I'm sweats and a t-shirt all day, every day.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like to dress up. I don't like to wear dresses. Heels are not my thing, but I can do it. And when I do it, I look good in it. It's just not my go-to.
Mm-hmm.
You want to catch me at my best, catch me in some sweats and a t-shirt and some tennis shoes. Um, if you make me dress up, I'll dress up, but I'm gonna have an attitude behind it just because it's not me. I'm not that girly girl. My femininity, I'll be honest with you, I lack that in life. own it to a T. I don't have it. I want to be comfortable. I want to be cool. I mean, that's just me. I can go to the bar in sweats and a t-shirt. My best friend will be in heels and decked out. And it's like, bro, I can get more play than you because I'm just, my character is everything, if that makes sense. So it doesn't matter what I wear to me.
Okay. 40 series. Going out, starting off with a bang right now, because that's different.
Yeah.
That's different. Because the fact that you said I could wear this t-shirts and the sweats and get more play. I'm trying to think. I I don't know. I ain't never been in a situation like that. That's different.
But it's all about it's about my character. Like it's about I've been told that I have this charm and I have this swag. And I'm like, what the fuck is all that? Like, I'm just me. I'm little old me. But my personality is everything, apparently. And so that's where I win a lot of people over because I have a good personality from what I've been told, what I've witnessed.
What you witness? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is your mentality now? Like literally, like I'm talking about away from work. Like what is
So I
what keeps you going?
what keeps me going? Um,
I tell you this, let me ask this. This is a better question. What keeps Tosh going knowing that there is somebody for her out there?
so that's like the last thing on the back of my head. Really what keeps me going is I want to live for me. I want to start doing things for me. So like if I want to get up and take off, I want to get up and take off. If I want to plan a trip, I want to plan this trip. And I don't want anybody to tell me no. And I'm at a spot in my life right now where I'm able to do that. Before I wasn't able to do that. And now I'm like, okay, 2025 is about to be my year where I start making a bucket list and marking the shit off.
Hmm.
I work hard. I want to play harder. And I haven't done that. I want to be selfish. That's
Now
what I want.
that's now we talking. Now we talking because clearly right now in your 40s and further, you want to be clearly Tosh first, everything second, third, or fourth. Because kids gone, so you ain't
Kids
have
are
to deal with
gone.
them.
Mm-hmm.
You still got your business. You got to worry about them. Only thing is, I think you. I don't know if you got an accountability partner where, like, you can have somebody who can keep you in that. To where it's like, hey, Tosh, when the last time you took a day to yourself?
So I don't have that. Definitely could use that. If you want to be that, sign yourself up. You got my cell phone number. But I don't have an accountability partner. And I do hold myself accountable whenever I don't do something that I
But
want to do.
like holding yourself accountable is one thing. When somebody else do it and somebody else that you actually respect their opinion is different because
True.
you see what you see. They see you from a different light. And so keeping yourself like I keep like you know I work out. I keep myself accountable with that. But if like when it comes to other stuff, I'll be like, I mean, I still got Tuesday to get it done, so I get it done by Tuesday.
I'm a procrastinator, big time. So I will push it off and push it off and push it off as much as I can.
And see, that's where accountability partner would come in. And they were like, you know, if you can,
Sign yourself up. Don't let me down.
uh,
Ooh.
I'll try my best. I'll try my best. I'll try
So
my
here's the
best.
thing too is I went to the gym this morning for the first time in a long time. My friend was like, "Hey, get your ass up, let's go." So I show up and he's like, "All right, $10." And I'm like, I might as well join for $10. So I signed up
Pretty
for a
much.
freaking gym membership.
There you go.
And I'm like, okay, I need you to hold me accountable and make sure that I show up every day. Cause if not, I'm gonna waste money.
And see, and that's another thing I be telling people like going to the gym, it has to be in you. Like, don't just if you just going to say, you know what, I want to look good. that's not the way to go because you'll be like, you know what? A BBL is way cheaper. Not saying you will. Not saying you will.
I ain't got BBL money.
I'm just saying most people like, well, I just go get a BBL. Or what's the other one? What is it? Ozic?
Ozempic?
Ozempic. They'll do
So
that
I
shit.
tried that. I did. I tried it. But okay, one, I'm not diabetic. Two, my shots were like 120 a vial, and you have to do it every 7 days. That's $480 a month. Fuck that. I'm gonna be a chubby girl. Listen, big girls, they get love. 600 plus pounds, they have husbands. I'm not that big. I can't even get a fucking man. So I'm gonna be all
Let me
right.
tell you something. Let me tell you something. And I say this all the time. Every week or every month, there's always a skinny white girl who comes join our gym. I say if she stay committed for 3 months, she won't be skinny no more. And every time you'll see that skinny white girl who'll come in who'll be real fragile and want to do this and that, and she have on the big t-shirts with the sweatpants. 2 months later, she got on a bikini top with the tights on because she knows she look good. And she knows
Okay,
she put in the work to look good.
so I say, okay, you say that. So I went to the gym today and I had on a hoodie and I had my big t-shirts because I wear big t-shirts and I had my sweats. And my partner, she had on her little tights and her little tank top. And then we see this white girl walk past us and she's got on this like halter top that's like stringed in the back, like it's a club shirt. And I'm like, what the fuck are we doing?
And
And
she knows she look good.
she was like, you wouldn't do that? And I'm like, that's a club shirt. Like, that's what you wear to the club.
Nope.
You will always catch me in the gym in my shirt, my big t-shirt and my sweats. And she was like, you think so? And I'm like, I don't wear tights. Like, I hate showing my frame. Like, that's the biggest thing. I don't like showing my frame.
And see, that's right there. That come from the confidence. Them girls will be in their gym. They know it's you don't like showing your frame because you don't have the confidence in your frame. Them girls.
But I have a nice, like, my legs are nice.
So
My legs are nice.
It's not about you. I don't show. It's just that like every now it's like what if you like? Okay, I'll take this back because I even know girls who even live. You can see they look good even in sweats. I can show you a picture of this girl right now. She has on a big shirt and she have on sweats, but you can tell from under all that girl look good, and she knows she look good the way she carry herself too.
See, but I'm confident. Like, I am really confident. And I'm flawed. Don't get it twisted. I'm flawed. There's some work that Tasha needs to do, and I know that. But I'm just, yeah, give me a big t-shirt and some sweats. I'll be all right. But hey, 3 months, if I stick to this shit, you and I will link back up and I'll let you know what I'm wearing to the gym.
I promise you, you'll change. Because even if you wore the big shirt and a sweat, it'll be different because you can see it. Like you can see that shit with women. You can tell. Oh my, it's something under there. It's something under, and that's what get guys curious because they want to know, they want to see, and they'll be like, "What's her name? Do she got an IG? All that shit." They'll be seeing like the girls I be seeing posts. If you an IG, they got rid of it at first. If they post and they're in a certain location, you can find the location, and it's not hard to find the location. If you're at the gym, you just got to type in the gym address, boom, 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 or that a girl who's on the treadmill. That's her IG page. So
Gotcha.
If you go, trust me, you'll see a big difference. Because one thing about it, if you hitting it right, that waist comes in, those legs come out. And I'm talking about on the sweatpants. I ain't talking about your body. I'm talking about the sweatpants.
Okay, well, we'll see. Well, I'll let you know in 3 months.
Always remember, you're not trying to lose weight when you go to the gym.
No, I just want to tone up.
You want to lose inches.
No, I don't want to lose anything. I just want to tone up.
No. You want to lose inches. I can show you a girl right now who is 240, but she wears a size 5 dress.
Yeah, I need to see that. But I really don't need to lose weight because I'm at a good weight. Like I'm happy with my weight.
Don't lose weight.
I don't want to get too skinny because then if I get too skinny, like at that point, what you gonna do? Fuck my bones? That shit ain't fun. I need some cushion for some pushing.
No, you want to lose inches. You want to tone up the fat.
Yes, tone up. I don't want to. Yeah, just tone me up. Just tone me up. Yeah.
Like the girl, like the white girls who have no booty, who grow booty. I'm gonna get off this gym shit in a minute, but I be telling black girls, you should come to the gym and see these white girls. They do this to get a bigger booty. You already have one. You just need to tone it up.
Yep.
You talking about your arms and all that? It's the only way your arms gonna stop looking flabby if you tone it up. You're gonna have to lift weights. That's the only way it get toned. I ain't say you gotta curl 100 pounds, but you can curl 20 pounds 10 times for 3 reps. That helps. Anything helps.
Okay. Give
So
me 90 days and then we'll talk. We'll link back up and I'll tell you what
okay.
I'm wearing.
Okay.
I'll even show you a picture of the before and after.
It's gonna be a difference. You can see it.
Oh, I know.
So, but let me get back. 40-40 series here with Tosh, man, getting us popping. We got off a little topic for a second, but we're gonna get back on track to what we got. Now, at this age that you're at, have you taken the time to unpack some of your traumas from your early ages, not now, from your 30s, from your 20s, from the first time you realized that your first baby daddy is not your husband for the rest of your life, stuff like that.
Yes. Yes.
And how has that helped you to be the woman that you are today?
I've grown mentally. I have accepted accountability for, I've had to forgive myself. And that's a big key factor. Because a lot of people don't really forgive themselves. You got to forgive everybody else, but at the same time, you have to forgive yourself. So I've had to forgive myself because I've carried it for so long, if that makes any sense. And that's been my main thing when I was going through that process was, can I forgive myself? How do I forgive myself? I don't know how to forgive. I cannot forgive. I'll be the first to admit it, but I have to learn to forgive me. And so that's what I've been working on.
So how did that process even start? Because like for you, this is how it started for you, but for me, this is how it started for me. So for somebody who's listening to this and watching this, how can they start to forgive themselves if they don't know how to start?
So the way that I did it is I had to recognize what my traumas really were and where it stemmed down from. So I had to break it down to my mom, to my dad, and then I had to work it all the way up. And then at the end of the day, so one day, this is what started it. One day I was in my fields and I sat down and I had a notebook and I just started with, where does this all come from? Where does this all resonate from? Hold on, I'm trying to turn my shit off. And I went down the line of everybody who I have felt has caused me some kind of pain. And so in that, the denominator was me. And so I'm like, okay, at the end of the day, all of this is me. I haven't forgiven. I was hurt because of this. I. So there's a lot of I's here. Now, do I forgive myself? How do I forgive myself? So I journaled and I journaled. I drank and I journaled. I drank and I journaled. It probably wasn't the smartest thing, but I could only get in my
No,
I'm
gonna interrupt you there because they said a sober mind give honest thoughts or some shit like that.
a drunk mind.
A drunk mind
A
give.
drunk man tells no lies.
There you go. Go ahead. Now continue from there.
So I tried it sober and I, broke up some things. But then when it came to me, it was like, okay, shit, can I really do this? So I'm not going to lie, got my wild turkey, got my notebook and my pen, and I got my music, and I just sat there and I drank until I got in my feelings and I could really address the issues at hand. And then on my sober mind, I came back and I read it all and I was like, all right, now I got to process it because I'm a processor and it takes me time to process. So it's a process. And I still do that randomly. It's not like it was in the beginning, but that's how I did it.
See, and this is shit that me and my boy Cheatham was talking about. This type of process, because I don't know. Would you have done this in your 20s?
No.
And see, that's why we started this whole 40-40 series, because it comes to a certain point where you realize certain things about you, like, I need to change. I need to do this. I need to find out what's going on. Why does this keep happening? And then literally, you got a journal, you start writing, but you start drinking it, and then you started writing, and then you went back and read it, like, all right, I see what the problem is. Let me do it. That's why we started this 40-40 series, because it's something just gets in you. It just changes where you're like, I have to change.
Subscribe button too if you want to see more podcasts from Florida. Go follow our main man, Florida. Don't play with it.
Shout out to Florida.
Yeah,
Shout out to
shout
Florida.
out. Huge shout out to Florida, man. Thank you for having me on. Yeah, it was a privilege.
DJ Star.
And I'm not farting, it's the ball. So if I fall,
Oh, that's why you've been rocking back and forth.
yeah, because I don't have a chair. So at work, I sit in the ball because it helps you with your posture and your frame. And so that's what I use now. Those big old balls that you use to work out.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
See, Nick, look, you're showing your age with the ball because you're helping with your posture.
Listen, I'm old as shit. I tell everybody I'm 97.
But you can't tell people you're a grandmother?
I'm not a grandmother. I am not a grandmother. Listen, here's the thing is, I am too young to be called grandmother. She hasn't figured out what she's going to call me yet. So I'm going to let her choose my name. But right now, I'm training her to call me Tia Nana.
I wish I was there to just push that ball from under you.
So my kids are like, go to Wella, go to Wella. So they're teaching her that. And I'm like, Tia, call me Tia.
I would kick that ball from under you. So let's keep it moving because I'm trying to make sure. I don't think I might have to do past 40, but we'll see. So let me ask this question: Where you at now? Have you seen people who in the same age group you, but they haven't left their 30s and 20s yet?
No. Everybody that I know that's my age is either they're doing what I did in my 20s because their parents at such a late age, or they've now got it together where they're, okay, let's live life. And they're living life.
So it's just it's like a full circle for you because now you're at the age where my kids are gone. I need to go back a little bit to get a little bit of that 20s that I missed out in 30s and try to kick it in a short span between 40 to 50.
I don't know that I really want to go back to 20s because 20s. So remember, I owned a bar.
I'm talking about. I'm not talking about
streets.
I'm talking about the living the lifestyle like most 22 where they have no fear and it's like, hey, we're gonna do what we do and go from there.
No, I have fear. Shit, I got bills. I can't fall back on my mama to come pick me up when shit goes down. No, at 20, you could fall back on mama. If shit don't work, I can go home. I can't go home. So I don't have that little wild side. I'll step out a little bit. I'll put my toes in the water, but I'm not fixing to dive head first. Hell no. Because who's going to save me? And that's what I have to look at. I don't have nobody to save me. At 21, you could be saved.
But at 40...
I'm 41.
There we go.
I'm 41. I'm about to be 42. You just wanted to know how old I was.
Not Tosh.
Don't judge me. I'm 64. Everybody in America that knows me, they know I'm 64.
Tosh.
Huh.
I might edit, but I might not. But Tosh, I have your history in my Prime America file book.
Oh shit, I forgot I did business with you. Got to be more careful. Yes, you do know my age.
Now.
You just want America to know I'm 97. Look, I am 41. I'm about to be 42 gracefully. And I'm a little sad about it.
For what?
Because I'm getting older. People die. I don't want to die.
I mean, that's part of life.
I know, but listen, I don't want to die.
It's literally the circle of life.
I know that.
As soon as you're born, you're on a time clock.
Listen, you know how many funerals I attend in a month? I know death is there, but I just, let me be a little 38 right now, okay?
If it makes you feel better to have the mentality like that, go for it. Like my thing is, and I hope everybody live like long as you're living. Like
I'm living.
As long as you wake up and look forward to doing something. Like I went through a period where I woke up and I was like, when is it 10 o'clock so I could go back to sleep?
Oh.
Like, and so after that, I was like, bro, I want to wake up to do something. And The podcast helped. The work I started getting more deep in the help, and I just realized it's so much more out there. We just got to open our eyes and literally pay attention because, I mean, where you at, where I'm at, this is not the center of the world.
Correct.
There's more places out there to go. Like now, I'm getting myself ready. Like I'm for my birthday, I thought I had the chance, but I wouldn't. But probably in February or March, I'm gonna take a weekend. I'm gonna go to Puerto Rico,
Nice.
and I'm
Nice.
I'm just gonna go because one, you don't need a passport. I need to get one. But if you would have asked me like in my 20s about doing stuff like this, like hell no, I'm gonna go buy some Jordans.
Yep. So I'm all about, so I got my passport a couple years ago and I only have one stamp. And I want stamps. Like I want to stamp that thing out. I have 10 years. Well, technically I have like 8 more years to do it, but I want to travel. I want to see some shit.
No, because I mean, God
But
created
I
a
will
lot.
say I don't want to travel alone. I do not want to travel alone.
If it came down to it, would you?
No.
Mm. Now, when you
No.
say travel alone, are we talking vacation or friendcation?
I don't care who goes. I just don't want to go by myself. Like I don't care. I want company because it's not the same when you're by yourself. Like I want to enjoy this experience with somebody, whether it's a boo, a bae, or my best friend. I want to go and I want to see some shit.
Hmm. So what are 3 places on your bucket list that you have to get off your bucket list immediately?
New York is my number one, and I would like to pull it off before the end of the year, but it's not going to happen. But next Christmas, I'm going to New York because I want to see New York at Christmas time. And then the next place that I want to do is I want to do a cruise. I've never done a cruise. I'm probably going to hate it because it's going to make me sick, but I want to do a cruise.
We're going to one in July. Shout out to my class reunion.
Oh, shout out to that. Sounds fun. I could throw a bitch overboard. Yes. Just kidding.
Wow.
And then my third one, I want to go to Europe, but I'm scared to be on a plane over that much water. But if I could do it in that order, that's how I would do it. New York, cruise, Europe.
New York,
Spain.
you could probably. Oh wait, no, I take that back. You want to go to New York during Christmas? Okay,
Yes.
I want to say because you can find your cheap flight to New York at any time.
Sign me up. I have a flight credit of like $300. Sign me up.
They
Find
always
it.
got a flight.
But I need a room and board too. Where am I gonna stay? I ain't got no friends in New York.
That's not hard either. You can get
I
a nice
really
room.
just want.
You can get a nice room at the DoubleTree for $99 a night.
You could stay at the DoubleTree, but here's the thing: is I watched Home Alone, and I want to stay in that big old fancy hotel.
Oh, what is not? That's Trump Hotel.
Oh hell, never mind. Forget it. Forget
Yeah.
it. Forget it. I'll stay at the DoubleTree. Who owns the DoubleTree?
So now we done did that part. Let's get to some hard hitting questions. Now,
Oh, sure. Okay.
is 40 too old or is it 40 just right?
I think 40's just right.
Now, when we talking about relationship,
Oh, it's wrong.
what you going younger?
So I won't date younger because I don't want to have to mold you into the man that I need you to be. I've dated men my age who really aren't at my maturity level. And then I've dated older men. I've dated an older man, and it was an epic fail. I was more treated like a child instead of a partner. So, in all honesty, I don't really know.
So, because now at your age, there's certain stuff that you're just not going to accept. And there's certain stuff that is like, if I can't get this, then why are we talking? I don't give a damn if it is that good in bed. Why am I wasting my time with you?
True. True.
So how has that shifted for you from 20 years ago up to now?
So 20 years ago, I was married.
Didn't know that. Oh, no, you didn't tell me that. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So I got married whenever I think I was 22. So I was married for 15 years. And then I got a divorce, so I started the dating world, and the dating world it's a show, man. It's a whole show. Like currently in the last 2 years, I'm not looking to date. I don't want to date anybody. I don't want to stay here in my hometown. I do want to go, like, if my end all goal is to be in San Antonio. So I don't want to get involved with anybody that's going to hold me back. And if I like you, I'll stay for you. And I don't want that situation.
I need to move to San Antonio then, like next year.
I'm probably going to move in September when my lease is up.
There you go.
Yeah.
Shit popping.
So I would have gone back in July, but my kid got a scholarship to run track. So I was like, okay, I'll stay close because he's going to run track, and he's very, very, very talented. But his little punk ass decided he's not going to run track next semester. So I wasted all this semester for next semester. And
that's why I came. That's why I say this, like, why don't more women live for them? I understand you want to be close to your baby, but at any point in time, your baby can make a decision. Now you're like, what the fuck?
So my thing is I've always wanted to see my kids succeed. And this last year in his high school year, he had an amazing track season and he was phenomenal. And so it was like, okay, now I know he's reached his potential. Now I know if we can get somewhere bigger. But he quit on me. So I'm like, you stupid bastard.
I mean, he really didn't. He actually quit on himself. You was just following the leader.
I did. I'll own that. But it was, if I moved to San Antonio and where he went to school, it was more of a travel. Like I would travel.
Okay, that biz work wise, I get it. But for your kid, man, fuck them kids. Go live for Tosh.
Fuck them kids. Hey, now it's fuck them kids. But in that moment, it was more like, okay, do I want to travel 7 hours or do I want to travel 2? So 2 hours looked better than 7. So I was like, I can hold off. Like I don't have to leave right now. But now I didn't sign this lease and I'm like, all right, I'm here till September. But come September, baby, I'm out. But I did go to Washington, D.C., and that was nice too.
Oh, yeah.
Virginia's looking real nice on this little radar.
I don't really know too much about it. Well, yes, I do. Yes, I do. Shout out to Pretty Face. Yeah, me personally, where the money at, I don't care if I had to go somewhere. I just want to go nowhere boring.
Yeah.
Like,
ain't shit to do here.
Like, that's my whole thing. Like, I don't want to go nowhere boring. I want to go where there's, like, literally, like, because even Jacksonville, everybody say Jacksonville boring. It's really not. You just got to get out the house. Can't keep, like, if you keep going to the same places, then yeah, it's gonna be boring. But it's so much stuff to do in this damn city. It is crazy. I've been really doing so much different stuff, like out of my normal, meeting different people and talking to them. Didn't even know this person did. I met this one young lady. We went to the same high school together. I didn't even know it.
Oh wow!
I didn't even know it. I didn't even know who she was.
How big was your class?
She was a year behind me, but she knew everybody that I was saying. Like, I would say a name, she knew. I would say this name, she knew. I even said, like, people in her class, she knew. And so I'm like, who are you? Like, literally, I was trying to find a yearbook. I think I did find my yearbook, and just seeing what she really did, because she knew everybody. Like, she knew the school, our school dynamic. It's a certain part of our school, like only certain people know who went to Reebok know about it. She knew. So I just don't want to move nowhere boring. I need to move somewhere where I can at least go find 7 different cigar shops, if that makes sense.
I mean, makes sense. You couldn't come here.
Oh,
You could not come here. We have 3, and they close by 9.
oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no. Yeah, you could. I could take off the list.
You don't want to be at morning.
Nope, 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 nope. No, I tell you, one place it looked fantastic. I really looked at Oklahoma City.
Did you? Did you like that?
I did, and the thing about it is, so one, it's big. It's not too busy, if that makes sense. Like it's like, well, how I want to say it. It's not like it's Dallas or Houston, but it can give you that Dallas or Houston vibe.
Correct. Yes. So I never left Texas. And when I picked up and I moved to the city, I was scared. But it was an amazing experience and I miss it. Like if there's one place I could just pack up and go to right now, it would be the city. Like, let's go. Let's go. Because that's my home away from home.
Now, only thing is, like I was telling you know who, I'm like, dang, there ain't no good strip clubs out there. Like everybody go to Dallas.
So there's a strip club off of Meridian and I don't know what that damn street is, but it's right off of Meridian as you come in from
Is it black?
No, these motherfuckers are foreign. They're foreign. Cubans, Puerto Ricans, they're and when hold on, time out. They all have the same ass and they have the same tits because they went to the same fucking doctor. But there's some banging ass females in there. Banging.
I gotta go.
It's on the west side of the city.
Okay.
Off of Meridian. It's like
I'm going back out to Oklahoma in March. Just to let you know.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay, let me know and
we're going back out to shoot another podcast episode.
I'll come through.
So
I will. This time I'll come.
So going back. Matter of fact, shout out to the 405 Cigar Lounge. We'll be back out there. Well, when this drop, we'll be back out there in March of this year when this finally drops.
Did he ever take you to Burn?
What is that?
It's a cigar lounge.
Mm-mm.
So Burn is.
First of all, we just went to 405 and we went to that Chinese buffet.
Oh God, the Chinese buffet. When I come, I'm gonna feed you very, very well. Okay, I'm gonna take you to some different places that are not trash.
Like we'll talk about that, but I was like, bro, you don't want to go to a restaurant and sit down and get it. He was like, man, I want to get my money's worth. I'm like, you get your money worth in certain places if you can find it.
Did you lose me? Okay,
nope.
I'm back.
There you go. All right. Let's get to our Cal podcast. Excuse me, not Cal podcast. Our 40/40 series question, which is just like the Cal podcast question. So the first 3 are the same, but the ones are different. But I'm gonna ask them again because it's been a minute since you've been on. So the first question: love or money?
Love.
Financial literacy or health literacy?
Financial.
T-shirt and panties, lingerie, or nothing at all?
Nothing at all.
All right, here we go. Right now in your 40s, what movie describes your sex life?
Oh. So I have a problem, okay? Let me tell you. I don't watch TV. I haven't watched TV in almost 2 years.
But you know movies.
Fuck.
No movies though.
I don't know one. I can say this. It's active. It's active, pleasurable, no boundaries. Anything goes.
Okay. What was your sex life in your shoot? I can't even ask that because you only know a movie, so I can't even do that question. So we'll keep it moving. All right. When the last time you had a good cry?
Yesterday.
Ty, what is your biggest insecurity in your 40s?
My biggest insecurity in my 40s is I am single. And that's a big insecurity for me. Yeah, I should be married. Who the fuck is 40 and single? Like, where's my husband? Come get me. Hurry the fuck up. I want to do life. Let's do life.
That's okay. That's a lot of people though. Okay. I'm gonna go back to it, but what is gonna take for Tosh to really tap into the potential of her?
Being selfish.
I want to no, because no, you ain't gonna be able to answer that question either, because you answered the last question. Let me go to this question. What was the first thing you thought about when you turned 40?
The first thing I thought about,
Mm-hmm.
what's next? What comes next? And that's what I like. What's next? Where do I go now?
Your communication skills, are they, rate them between 1 and 10?
I'm gonna say I'm a 9.
9. What sexual desires how have your sexual desires changed in your 40s?
I'm open. I am not a prude. I am. Can I confess a sin?
Do I need to edit it?
You might.
Okay, let's hear it.
So y'all had that lady on, and she was talking about how she had sex with gay men.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, hold on, time out. Like, what? And no judgment. Like, I was very like, thank you for being vulnerable and coming up here and just being honest. And so I Googled it because I watch a lot of porn. And so I Googled it and I was like, touche, like it's not for a lot, but if you like it, I love it. And it's just like, I don't know, it's just like,
She like going with her gay boyfriend to suck her gay boyfriend dick.
bro. And I was like, wait, what? Never have I ever thunk it. Never. And at 40, I'm like, okay, wait, can I just get on the couch and watch? Like, let me watch it live. I don't want to participate, but let me watch it live.
Let me say this, because one, not into that type of shit, not gay, except for women. It kind of makes sense. The only question that I didn't get a chance to ask, do they fuck her? That was the question that I didn't get a chance to ask because I got it interrupted. But she says she likes sucking her gay friend, boyfriend dick. So am I thinking that time of moment, you sucking his dick, he sucking his dick, do they ever bang you?
So from the porn that I watched, because I was thinking the same thing, like, how does this work? Like, how does this 20 years ago? That shit wouldn't, no, 20 years ago, I wouldn't even watch porn. But being 40, like, okay, it is what it is. So I watched it and she was getting hammered and he was getting hammered all at the same time. And I was like, oh, okay.
When I went back and watched, I was like, I wonder, do they ever lick her?
Yeah, they did that too in the video that I watched. Like there was no boundaries. Everything went. Everything went.
All right, so this question I'm scared to ask, but I'm gonna ask it. But hopefully you saw this as a child or maybe with your children. But Little Mermaid or Beauty and the Beast?
Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, thank God you know what I'm talking about. Okay, whew.
Yes, I'm a Disney person.
Okay, there we go.
Lion King comes out next week. Oh yes.
I'm looking forward to that too.
Are you?
I mean, the movies was my childhood.
Yes.
Like these
and I
kids
don't do movies, but I would pay to go sit and watch that at the theater.
Yeah, now I'm gonna say this: Beauty and the Beast, the live one, where it was real people, that shit was trash.
Beauty and the Beast?
Yeah, where they had it like with human people.
Oh yeah, no.
That shit was trash. And I still haven't. And I tried to watch The Little Mermaid, but it's not because it was just bad. It was just like I'm just used to the original. Like all that new shit they added to it, I wasn't.
Oh, you're talking about the new Little Mermaid. Yeah, I never watched it because I'm a Disney. Like I just felt like y'all were gonna fuck it up.
Yeah, like just if anything, stick to the same script, stick to the same song, and keep that shit moving. All right. How do you handle negativity different now in your 40s?
I would say I try to find the positive faster in a negative situation.
Tosh, what is something that you tried to change but end up accepting it for what it is?
My love life.
Tosh, who you think, or no, let me go back. No, I'm gonna have to change this question because I don't like how it's gonna be. I'm gonna edit this part out. What helps build your confidence?
Knowing my worth.
Okay. What advice would you give yourself if you knew what you knew now at 40? When you get to be 50, what advice would you give to your 40-year-old self?
Live for yourself. Nobody else matters.
And then when you get to be 50, what do you hope to have accomplished?
Just that. That I lived life for me and nobody else.
Tosh, thank you for being part of the 40/40 Club. Sponsored by, hold on, let me get our sponsor right because I'm about to keep saying this a lot. Lydia's sponsored by, no, that's gonna be edited out. Sponsored by Lydia Southern Peace Champagne, made by the one and only Anthony Cheatham. It's handmade. He is the sponsor of the 40/40 Club. We're gonna make sure you get a bottle of this champagne.
Oh yes.
So
do I get to pick my flavor?
No, he only has one right now.
Is it red or is it white? It's champagne. It's champagne. Never mind.
And it's Southern Peach.
Okay, yeah. Send me a bottle.
So we're gonna make sure you get that. So we're gonna give you the flow, Tosh. You can say whatever you want to say. If you want to give some advice to some people, the floor is yours.
So to everybody who is older that watches this, and you're going into your Medicare benefits, because that's what I do. I work with old people. You want Medicare A, B, and D. Stay with that. Do not get a managed plan because they suck. And learn to love yourself and be selfish. That's it. Call me if you have any questions.
Or DM her. We're not putting her phone number out there like that.
Oh yeah, no, don't call me.
Give me your IG.
My IG is Everyone Loves Ray.
So make sure y'all DM him if y'all got any more medical questions. All the fellas want to holler at her, DM her. All the ladies want to holler at her, DM her. You never know. She's 40. She's open.
Never tried it. Can I be a pillow princess? If you can make me a pillow princess, I'm game.
They're out there.
Sign me up.
They will. There are women for that. There are women.
Sign me up.
There are women who are about that. They would love to make you a pillow princess. I gotta get this one girl on because she loved pillow princess.
Does she? Is she cute?
No,
does she travel?
She might.
But I want me a sexy stud. Like I want a sexy stud.
Well, you know, we'll talk. 40/40 series. Tosh, once again, thank you for being the first. Thank you for getting us started. Thank you for being a part of this. We're gonna make sure you get your champagne, and I always appreciate you. And let me just say this: as a part of the 40/40 Club, don't be so hard on yourself, girl. You're doing a lot. You did a lot. You accomplished a lot too. So don't be too down on yourself. I ain't gonna call you the beaver, but you the shit.
Thanks. I appreciate you.
So 40/40 series, Cal Podcast. We signing out, and y'all have a good night.
G14 classified. That's good.
Headline, Starlight. DJ Star.